Espinosa.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live final round coverage of the Players. Welcome to the Players Championship, always one of the most unpredictable Sundays in golf. This is Pete Dye's masterful creation, TPC Sawgrass. We're located in Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida.
And what a championship final round we're in for today, Rich. Whatever happens in the first 15 holes will only be exaggerated, accentuated. Your choice over 16, 17, and 18. Three famous holes, all with water in play. And we've seen just about every scenario possible over the last few years. Today, we get to add to it.
We're ready to go. Off to the first hole.
Rich, what a great position to be in. 3 days of great golf. The lead, you know it. Exchange of cards on the first tee, ready to go. 3-4 hours in front of you, and you don't quite know the outcome. That's why we play this game.
And this is where the pressure begins to heighten, because all of the attention is focused squarely on you. With the lead, television cameras on you, fans on you. Can you handle it? We'll see. Frank, the approach shot here at the par 4 first. What's the right way to attack?
The much easier flag is down that right side because you can run that ball with the slope to that low side. Tough flag on the left.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
He really likes this hole. Made birdie yesterday. Can he do it again today? Nice solid start to the round. Tee to green looks to be in command.
Yeah, it's surprising. I thought he might have been a little shaky out of the gate, but certainly proved me wrong.
Frank, what do you make of the par 5 second?
Doglegs to the left, so there's a decision to be made here all the time, but a good hooking tee shot. That takes the trees on the left out of play, and even the rough on the right. Good tee shot here. I've seen people get home with as little as a 5-iron.
Good contact, good result. Up with the big boys now, Frank.
Well, we saw that previous tee shot go 310. This one's further.
Now the second shot to the par 5. Well, this one should be safely on deck here. That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Just sensational golf, and he finishes it off with an eagle. Setting up for the third hole here at TPC Sawgrass, relatively short par 3 at 177 yards.
But you've got to carry that ball at least 4 or 5 yards onto this green, even when it's firm.
That will be a great look at birdie.
Second shot.
Wow, what a birdie. And now back over to the fourth. As we check in on this early final round action, we join our featured golfer off to a hot start.
Yeah, some great golf. I really like the way they've been playing right now. Certainly playing aggressive golf, and that's getting rewarded today too. If there's a little bit of timidity at the top there, then there's this great opportunity that's going to open up, especially over those closing few holes.
Frank, the second here at the fourth is a dangerous shot.
Once again, this is another example of where you have to look at the green. Where exactly is the flag? If it's on that high portion, you've got to fly it all the way back.
Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
This hole's been good to him. Birdie yesterday and trying for another one today. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Fifth hole here at TPC Sawgrass, long par 4. What's the challenge, Frank?
Depending, really, if you're long or short hitter, the long hitters have the luxury of taking it over the corner of the bunker down the right. Shorter hitters really play at that bunker down the left, 320 run out.
It's nice to roll in a 25-footer now and then. Those feel good. But still, there's nothing like hitting that perfect tee ball. Long, straight.
Yeah, you can puff out your chest, last to play, the advantage, holes shorter. Basically, the list goes on. Should be safely on deck.
Had a birdie here yesterday in their close. Great opportunity for another one. Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll.
Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Frank, you don't want to get too cute with that second shot here at the sixth.
I remember many a time, Rich, when they put the flag right of center. You try and hit a little bit too close, those palm trees all of a sudden come into play. Hits one of those, that ball can go anywhere.
But this could be really good, Frank.
Oh, straight at it.
Well, this looks good.
Certainly is.
This has really been an airtight performance to this point. Just flawless. Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Setting up for this next approach, our featured player starting to pick it up after that less than stellar start to the round.
But as we know, Rich, golf is such a streaky game. Perhaps now this player can catch fire and put together some good holes in a row.
Can't hide the flagstick from that man. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Count it. That's a birdie. Frank, what do you think of the seventh?
Interesting par 4 for two reasons. The undulating green on the end of the hole that also shapes to the right. It makes it look like a dogleg right. But really, you want to play that tee shot just inside those pot bunkers down the right side.
Just blasted that tee ball, Frank. Now the approach to the seventh. Frank, what do you need to be mindful of here?
It's rather narrow in the front of the green, and then there's some mounds both right and left. Be very aware of those mounds. They can actually help you out.
We just saw a player in total control of what he's doing. Didn't miss a green in regulation all day long. Birdie here yesterday, trying to do it again today. Not a problem from there, right in the middle. Here we are at the eighth at Pete Dye's famed stadium course at the TPC Sawgrass. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. Frank, this is a hole that I really like.
And players do too, Rich, especially off that back tee where it must be about 80 yards of shoot that you go through before the hole actually starts to open up. And this green, 11 bunkers in total around the whole putting surface.
Well, that's how you play the game right there. Knock it on the green and give yourself a good look at birdie.
It's no snack, though.
Never quite had enough oomph on that.
Yeah, sort of a wishy-washy stroke.
So they'll tap in. Frank, the ninth is really a good par 5, isn't it?
There's so many options here. Just play it away. Sort of, oh, he's winding this one up. Does he have the balance?
He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time.
Oh, huge. Huge with a capital H.
Busted that. That is just a beautiful shot. Playing his second shot here at the par 5. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Crucial eagle attempt on the way. He'll have 17 feet on this putt. That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
Made par yesterday, this one for birdie. Came to the putt excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, a little change in the attitude right now. When you've let one go, you've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important this one goes in.
Workman-like hole. He walks away with a par. Getting set now for the back 9 here at TPC Sawgrass. Frank, what should we expect?
Well, there's a good run of holes. 10, obviously very birdieable. 11th, the par 5. 12th, a short par 4. A good chance to get this round really going.
Looks to be a good setup going into the green here at the 10th. Second shot now at the 10th. And again, Frank, accuracy is at a premium.
Yeah, gone are the days to sort of thrash it out of the trees like Phil Mickelson. Ideally, coming out of that fairway, you're hitting to a green that moves to the right. So that makes it a little bit more difficult than what the mind's eye first sees.
Just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
Frank, we have said it over and over. Another birdie. All right, hole number 11 here at the TPC Sawgrass, 558-yard, par 5, no shortage of options, no shortage of hazards, Frank.
If there's one hole at TPC Sawgrass where you can literally leap out of your shoes, this is it.
Well, this one's sweet, Frank.
Super.
It's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
You want to get to what they call the gauntlet, 16, 17, and 18 with a chance. 16 is the reachable par 5. You can make eagle there. And then the final 2 holes, you just want to steer clear of trouble. Though, with bold play, and you mentioned it with Craig Perks, you could make birdies.
It really is a case of mind over matter when you look at those holes. You're right. If you took away the water, you'd think they're 3 nice holes. But it wouldn't be the same. You intimidate the player as he plays 15. He's well aware of the finishing 3 holes.
Getting set now over the putt.
That was a tricky one, but it's in.
Frank, what's so much fun about TPC Sawgrass is the excitement that it generates for a fan and how many different holes there are. 12 is a good example.
Yeah, 12 looks like it's fresh from Scotland. You can see why Pete Dye spent a lot of time over there. Tee shot looks straight away, but the second shot is blind. The shot you get in Scotland with a wedge where you just see the top of the flagstick and you've got to really guesstimate on the yardage that you have. But a good wedge shot and someone that can judge their distance. This is certainly a birdie hole.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. What a display of shot making this has been, Frank.
That incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up.
Nudge this one home, finish it up. Everybody loves them. Birdie on the card. And Frank, we always like when they have the whole location back left and that ball trickles down, feeds. You can see some really good ones and maybe even an ace here.
Yeah, just like Mickelson a few years ago. Down there, it looked like it was going to flirt with the bunker, ran up and over the ridge, and in it goes. This is one where you have to play ground ball as well as high ball.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Oh, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. Just putt for birdie. Stroke that with authority. All right, Frank, this one gets everybody's attention. The 14th, 481 yards, par 4.
It's not just the length of this hole. Water down the left, mounds to the right. This is it. You've got to buckle up here. Tee it up and stand for your best swing. Grab the fire extinguisher. Put out that ball is on fire. It's melting going through the air. Oh, it's fine.
Nice long tee shot there and a good lie, Frank. And what a turn of events. Just turned this round upside down. Started off slow, but then managed to pick up the pace and back on track now. Midway through this back 9, could use this birdie here at the 14th. Settles in over the putt. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Just before we get to what they call the gauntlet, 16, 17, and 18, 15 requires all of your attention, doesn't it, Frank?
Personally, I think this is the prettiest hole on the golf course, Rich. I've actually often gone back there and taken pictures. Just a gentle dogleg to the right. You come out of the chute. Seems to be a generous fairway. You just get a little view of the bunker down the right side, but virtually there's no lip there, so that's not a concern. The green, all sorts of weird and wonderful waves on it, well protected by a big bunker on the left, and there's 2 little pop bunkers out on the right that, well, if you're first time around, you might notice. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, you're one behind. Sunday afternoon, you're trying to win one of the game's great championships. Is this a spot that you love as a competitor, the 16th hole of par 5, with a chance to make a lot of noise?
It's a spot you cannot hide from, Rich, because you know exactly there. If you haven't looked at a scoreboard, you can feel it from the atmosphere.
Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. From a perfect position, ready to play his next shot. Frank, you played in conditions all over the world. Here come the winds now. What's the mindset?
Well, this is really what separates the men from the boys. This is where you've got to tell yourself, and it's an advantage to you. Obviously, the scores will go up a little bit, given the conditions. But once again, this is going to suit the stronger player today.
I like the old phrase, swing easy when it's breezy.
Definitely when you're hitting it into a head breeze. But down breeze, tee it up a little bit, try and ride that wind some more.
And he's made it for eagle. Frank, you know what's great about 17? If a buddy's played the golf course and they come back and they tell you, hey, I played TPC Sawgrass, what's the first question they're always asked?
Did you hit the green?
What'd you make at 17? What'd you do there?
Yeah, but you know what the best thing about playing with your buddies in 17? Is when they hit it in the water.
Well, look out. This could be wet, Frank.
It's heading towards the hazard.
Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Now to the 18th hole here at TPC Sawgrass, 462-yard par 4, Frank, and another example of visual intimidation from the designer, Pete Dye.
Those wooden bulkheads that go all the way down the left side of 18 give you like an optical illusion, Rich. And there's not a single fairway bunker on the right to give you something specifically to aim at. So you've got to fixate on one of those trees. This is not a hole where you want to be looking at anything other than a specific target.
Frank, really challenging second shot here at the home hole, the 18th.
You have to be decisive going in here. You can see all the trouble in front of you. Water left, that mounding on the right. Neither place really is good to go. So somehow you've got to muster up your best shot.
That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look to win the Players' Championship. Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
Just a little tap in here. He's made it. That has to feel so good. A big championship victory. Now to the final hole here at TPC Sawgrass, 462-yard par 4. Frank, is this one of the toughest finishing holes in the sport?
It is, because the simple reason you played 17 holes and the job isn't done yet.
with you, Naruto. Over and out.